Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
Setup combo there, but it's going to be a much more passive laning phase coming out from Scout.
Yes! The Seraphine makes it here at Worlds. Oh, Freak, I know you're in love with this pick.
Yes!
You're definitely in love with the supportive.
Got a jungler coming though. And it's going to be time to try to fight on to Ruler. The flash, the exhaust, the Autos finally electric goes off, decent damage on a Ruler. Is it going to be enough now? Flash to follow, beautiful by Gen.G. The shield comes in again, they get the trade kill. Now Life's got some teammates, double TP coming in now as well as the junglers show up. Scout gonna run back, BDD the same.
There, but also the team fights are a bit different with EDG going hard on Viper.
Just deletes Ruler, and now maybe a counter again because Rascal TP is down. Level 6 in the Gwen. Does he have the damage? A good slow comes in for Lulu. Chasing out as much as they can. And he's just dodging away. Not going to fight anymore. Crowd control. Just let level 5 on the Lee Sin.
Lane and doesn't get a kill. That coming up hands empty there for Rascal is such a big deal for Gen.G. Definitely going to put that split. Gives them the initiative and the CC to try and make a Rift Herald play. Mako though.
Just the root. Mako doesn't have a flash. Get away. Gonna buy some time with the tidal wave, but waves goodbye. Can you rush down the Herald in time? Answer is going to be yes. There's the spike for Gen.G. And that's gonna mean more cash money. Keep in mind, 2 plays right ahead in top. Flandre can be snowballed off that.
Yeah, so nice pickup for EDG, but I actually really like the adaptation coming up from Gen.G. as Gen.G finds a knock-up.
Damage. Red Spike gonna build him some time though, and Clint gonna chase in for a bit more. The kick flash Life finds the execution. Clint, that was beautiful. Partial to at least some level of crit on the Misfortune. Gonna go in for the play. Double auto. Gets the Q. Gets the oh my word, that is a lot of damage. An execution from Viper's Gale.
Missing the knock-up on Clid, but there was just too much healing coming out from the side of EDG. Now they're gonna be able to turn to Dragon first and pick up this objective.
For most of this tournament,
First for him of the game. Down to 3k health in the Herald. They got to make sure Clid is around for the smite if he wants to go for it. Not going to be claimed here by Gen.G. Is there a team fight though? As we look to find a stun on the 2. Knock up, not quite going to find. Kick back, hits Mako, and that means Nami falls. Goretrigger keeps Clid alive, and a big charm keeps it a little bit longer, but Shockwave turns one back around. Viper firing freely, finds the second kill. Exhaust traded, fighting Ruler, jumping away, staying alive for a moment. Life flashes, and his life flashed before his eyes as that is Viper dropping. Scout looks for Ruler. Ruler cannot get out. Auto attack, a shield. You gotta get this kill. He's gonna claim it. 1 left alive versus 2.
Yeah, and we see objective going the way of EDG, but that fight...
Dragon pulled back yet again. Smite still up for both players, 900 apiece. As it is in this year of League of Legends. Dunk comes in, Shockwave on the 2. Lee Sin gets the Gore Drinker, and a spike comes in. Okay, second Dragon for EDG. Flandre kiting back. His dodge zone is down. Rascal would love to keep the chase going. Gets some decent damage. Kick back. Will not kill Viper, but Clint is on the chase. Clint gets the kill. Will he trade his life? Not just yet. BDD's there to support him. Gets the root. Gets a lot done. And now we get the rest of the squad chasing in. Beautiful.
goes in with the Cataclysm for the Shockwave play and immediately EQs out. But Gen.G didn't bite on that. You know, they didn't waste any cooldowns, and holding them, they're able to actually turn it around afterwards. So
Baron power play, less than the Baron itself. EDG has done a really good job of clearing the waves out, not bleeding a single turret, and in fact, knocking down top. I say that mid lane's gonna die here, but still, the point still stands that it is less than the Baron itself. So, they're gonna rush this one down. Gen.G here to help out as well, and EDG can blitz this thing down. Gen.G could contest pretty soon. They'll kill it first. Will there be a team
on mana? And you can tell Viper with this build going for the rapid fire cannon. He keeps dashing in aggressively for this extra damage. He's such a confident player in his own movement.
Ooh, snare.
Yeah, but he's so tanky. Keep in mind, he has gotten solo turret for the last...
Viper, he gets hit!
Huge charm, and Viper just goes down! Oh, that man has been defanged. A kick into the wall. Scout gonna stay alive for now. Clid to be Shockwave back. Goes in far. Goretrigger on a 3. Staying alive for the moment. Rascal sniping. Can't quite find those. Flandre finally goes down. And yet again, it's Gen.G finding 2 kills and turning for a Baron.
And BDD, yet again, makes a critical pick for the team. Viper has been so confident in his movement, Freak, but he does not flash the ulti there. BDD gets a pick, and Gen.G get a Baron.
And it's crazy because we were questioning if BDD can have the same impact when he is on the supportive champion, but it doesn't matter. He's the one finding the lockdown to set up for the damage coming out of the rest of Gen.G.
Bubbles, charms, sleeps, stuns. Give this man some crowd control, Freak, and he's gonna work some magic.
There's 4 flashes up to the 2 of Gen.G, so repositioning could be a huge factor here. Flandre sitting in the wings. Gen.G, of course, knows he's the primary front line, but now being zoned away, Rascal going for the pushback. Viper getting kicked. Viper flashes and stays alive. Health bar is low. Will be able to dash across the wall. Lee Sin drops, and Viper this time around saved his summoner spells for the right time. This is how you do it. Getting away from the skill shots. Charm is going to miss, and EDG looking for the Dragon Soul. A dunk out of the backline. Gore Drinker and a stopwatch for Gen.G. Ruler's got nowhere to go. Finally flashes and burns the stopwatch, and that is now Dragon Soul claimed.
And the big thing for EDG was this time they adapted. They realized, hey, our main job is peeling for Viper. Gen.G thought they saw the angle. Clid and Rascal thinking they have enough burst, but like you said, Freak, Viper this time around using his summoner spells, and the rest of EDG were just there to peel off. The other 3 members of Gen.G not able to follow off with fun.
That should not be the norm for the team, so woo, that play is going to be incredibly important. No,
Eric's down, Chase, ulti, and he's out of shields. That is a lot of ability power, and now the dunk on BDD has a flash. Bullet time comes down. Tidal Wave's going to hit there as well, and BDD barely able to slink away. Perfectly timed bubble. Absolutely no way out for Rascal. Teleports to his doom.
Individual picks have determined the game, Lyric.
Yeah, much over and over again. I mean, nice from EDG. Viper spotting the moment to go on Clid. All of EDG's members are there to follow up on Rascal. Doesn't matter that BDD does once again hit another skill shot and actually does lock Viper down because EDG just had more members alive.
So great there from Scout in the side brush. He immediately shockwave on Clid. The follow up there from Viper. And then forcing it through. The teleport timing from Rascal is just a dream for Mako. Easy for him to time that one. You know, it's pretty easy also to aim. You'll always teleport, end up between where you're teleporting and your Nexus, so he's able to hit that bubble no problem, picked up the extra kill, and
there now, and again, their damage is so incredibly high. 4-item Lucian, Flynder, the Runekeeper wants to deal damage. He's going to spot Clid, though. Can they zone him out? Because Ward's going to go into the pit. Now they know. Going to get a bit of damage, and Clid, here comes the dunk. He's going to flash back out. BDD locked in place, does not have a flash, does not have a stopwatch, does not have a life anymore. Speaking of him, down to 100 health as well, as it's going to be Gen.G running away. Do you turn back to Baron, or do you find this kill into Clid?
I feel like for EDG, it's simple solution, just turn back to Baron. Looks like what they're going to do. Flandre can keep just playing keep away. He even sells his flash up and is quite safe.
This is a lot of damage, you can kill him. Oh, the flash to safety for a second, though. Flandre going to have to jump away, going to flash, and he's going to be back up in a second, but he's still zoned away. The jungler, Clid, is not even across the mid lane again. The third Baron of the game is going to go to EDG, the last hope of the LPL.
And the timing of this, there's only 43 seconds left on the Elder Dragon.
So going to be able to end the game, we'll have to see. Still 2 minutes left on the Baron buff. So EDG not only have Soul, not only have the gold, they get the extra stats from the Baron here as well, as the Dragon goes down to 10k. BDD waiting on the sides, does have a flash, could get a huge ulti, because Jax is hitting mid, by the way.
Yep, Flandre's in base, and he's at the Nexus turrets. They had to send Rascal back. Can he even cover the Jax? The Nexus turrets are melting, and they're teleporting!
In Scout, they're trying to end it now. Never leave a man behind. Shockwave going to be Zonia's, but the Nexus will fall. We have seen these fights before, and yet again, the LPL wins the base race. Game 1 goes to EDG.
For Rascal up in the top side. They do have a lot of early game power coming out with both the Lee Sin and Rakan as well as that Renekton. Jhin, of course, going to be able to do fine in that bot lane. To our EDG, again, sticking with some identities of skin.
But Rascal returns to the scene of the crime.
All right, Scout's going to miss some farm, but now Rascal is flashless. He's caught up a little bit of CS. Healing, his Q's now on cooldown. There's the knockup, there's the combo. Scout pulled the aggro. Goodbye, top lane's over.
Stem from what's happening in top lane, right? All the map is connected. Flandre able to play very self-sufficiently. Has been getting his own vision if you do look at River to where he's able to play like this. Rascal fighting it all in, though.
For a lot of damage. Second dash going to be up soon. Flandre! Oh, Rascal! He was first blooded, he was camped, and he solo kills Flandre.
And that slice and dice forward in the path that Flandre would go, so critical to make sure he'd be able to finish that one off. And then nice by Clid, even hovering mid to make sure. Goes back to the point about Flandre trying to be self-sufficient, of Gen.G punishing that.
Ace comes in, they get the root onto Lee Sin, just barely, but a charm and knockup. Mako wants to tank the Q from Lee and is able to do so. The big health comes across, Ward have to kick backwards. Is this going to be enough to kill out Viper? He's running for his life, his health bar is at 1 and he's going to go down. Clid finds the gank in bot lane.
Another outplay, Clid! Mid-game here hinges on so many of these picks and trying to make these plays.
They're just still going to be attacked there. Finds a knockup. Actually able to catch BDD, who jumped in but couldn't get the push back. However, Lee Sin is on the follow through, and Clint gets the third kill of the game. That's going to be Scout locked up. Not quite dead yet. Came down, made sure, okay, Gen.G didn't come on his way over. Noah's going for a TP defense. Ruler, 300 gold richer. Now the bot lane, I mean, I like the Lulu pick.
Then you can overcommit to a side of the map and force your opponents to answer the hard push of the Herald, but it is a really good pick here.
Good play by JJ, but still rooted in place. He's gonna get kicked and killed. Well done by Clint. Best he could do was to ult through the charm. Still gets knocked down. It's gonna be a fight for some Krug gold. Not gonna.
And Ruler with the Jhin ultimate opening up again. Clid finds another. 3 kills for him.
Scoop back on a scout. Ruler lands the snipe, lands the kill. It just keeps happening. This game belongs.
Ahead for Gen.G is now that you do have all this priority with pushed in on side lanes and all outer turrets are gone is exactly, and BDD holding off multiple members here with extra pressure. He's basically just buying time for the rest of the team in the numbers advantage side lanes to take down another.
Nothing given away, so it's just some extra turret chip.
This teleport very deep. They're going for the pick on the Renekton.
They know he's isolated. They know he's away from the rest of the team. So Rascal going to be attacked and shut down. 500 gold goes through to the graves.
And that was the pick that you were talking about.
Cursing both teams. Let's just keep talking about the comeback mechanics for each side, and we'll continue to have the back and forth here as EDG. Not only is it a pick, but they trade turrets. They're going to leave open the inhibitor here. With 37 seconds left on the Dragon 2, you have to decide between getting your recalls off to reset for your control wards to go back down there. Flandre gets another outer, and the gold keeps flowing in.
Scout's one without TP, so he actually can't join that.
Open up, Jhin ultimate, try and force him off. Jhin, Rakan, I'm sorry, follow up, but no, for Gen.G, they don't want to look for it.
Gen.G to allow Rascal to teleport in. Life is looking.
They're looking. They're going to find the knockup. Is it enough to kill BDD? Clip force back as well. Jinja so incredibly low. They get the Lulu ulti. Viper can take some of it. He's going to run his way out. Is this going to be a play? No, gonna jump backwards, but be careful because they can keep on going. It's a flash in for Clint. It's a flash in for life. 1 kill so far. Will they find a second? Mako is low. Mako could drop, and Mako does. Really gonna get that kill. Looking for another flash is in, finds the shutdown, and Flandre is on his way out. Gen.G are gonna find this game. They're gonna find 4 kills. The map belongs to Gen.G.
EDG overreach, and Gen.G will walk this one right to the base.
And amazing to see, especially from Clint and Life to Fall that went up. Rascal with the flank as well, and Gen.G looks like they can just walk this one down.
If you come at BDD, you better not miss. They punish the turnaround. JJ goes down, and Gen.G will even it up.
All right, 1-1 in this one. A stopwatch for good measure. Not going to matter. You are not going to defend this base. The Nexus turrets will fall. The respawns come in. A dunk for Gen.G to buy a little bit of time. Flashing away to safety. Rascal gonna take out this turret for a while. The rocket might land for a bit of damage. And maybe, just maybe, the Nexus won't fall. Are there gonna be a little bit more to play in this game? Looks like yes. The last team fights a little bit more than normal. TP in, they're gonna rush us down.
Clid.
It's gonna be a smite fight. It's gonna be a smite fight. Is Clid gonna get it?
Clid.
He is. You gotta be kidding me. It just keeps happening, and we're gonna have a whole bunch of kills. It's Flandre running for the hills. A Realm Warp brings 2 to safety, but they're gonna pick up every single one they can. Okay, it's gonna be BDD putting a stopwatch. It's gonna be 3 shots for a minute, but BDD stays alive. Scout and Mako doing the best they can. Flandre cannot lifesteal enough. Ruler keeps finding the kills. Then a stopwatch buys another couple of seconds. A flash of safety will not bring Mako back to life. Ruler gets another, and that's gonna be the ace. This time it is Gen.G finding the kills. Clid does not miss smites, and game 2 is gonna go to Gen.G.
Amazing to see from the early game coming out from Gen.G, especially Clid. It felt like he was everywhere he needed to be. Colby, you kept talking about the outplays, the playmaking that Clid needed.
I can tell you're so surprised. And again, it's this theme of comfort on Gen.G, and it has got them this far. You stick to
Could have been looking to make a bot side play. You saw even the way BDD was playing his lane, consistently hovering towards the bottom side, which puts a lot of fear in both Viper and Mako about potential roams that can come. But Clid's been very adaptable, like we saw in the last game. This time might punish Flandre.
Yeah, Flandre is at least pretty healthy. Here comes the first TP. This is going to be 3v1. Okay, how many reinforcements do you have? Because it's going to be the follow-through. The stun's going to land, the Q to follow. They've got everybody here, and First Blood comes in. BDD claims 400 gold.
And it's all about the setup there. Great punish.
And it can be very awkward and very hard to find opportunities to come in the game in script. skirmishes or in team fights. You always find a lot of use coming out from your W. Is a lot of trading in bot lane, Kobe.
They're gonna trades with Ignite. Yeah, getting pretty low. 100 health on a Viper. Flash follow, and life brings death. The Guardian shield will still tick down with Ignite. Mako trades one back.
Yeah, I was about to go.
5-on-5 available.
Gonna test Klid.
Renekton has already shoved the wave into the turret, so a bit of farm actually being lost by Flandre here. 3k health on the Herald. Gonna pop it down to 2,000. Smite fight gonna be in pretty soon. Ginger gonna miss his first engage. Klid finds the kick, and they're gonna find that first kill. Gets the Smite, no problem. 5v4, Gen.G came to play. Gen.G came to conquer.
And that was just so weird coming out from EDG in my
The
opinion.
minion wave and Rascal. Last ult charge will not quite kill, but it forces the ulti out in case there was a dive.
Look at this rotation, though, too, on the mini-map. Klid coming up.
Okay, gets kicked into the wall. A good dodge away with Flandre. Careful, Rascal can still show up. The slow's gonna be decent. Flandre able to lifesteal back up. Tidal wave onto a couple. BDD gonna go for the play. Has an extra flash and gets right back out. Life knocked into the air, but not taking enough damage to be killed. Mid lane turret down to a single plate. Minions tank the damage. BDD walks out. A kill in the mid lane means Gen.G grow the lead.
And Gen.G just rotating around the map so well. They get dragon posture towards mid, which gives them pressure. Klid can go answer up in top side, which allows their bot lane to follow up on mid. So really nice sequence of events coming out from Gen.G. And we saw
Maybe a bit more in a Klid. Maybe could have been a follow-through as a result, but not going to be much. Just the 4,000 gold difference remains. Dragons count still only at 1. Has to burn the flash, but they might find the rest, and they do. Klid lands the skill shot. Ginger gets a knock-up, but he's going to be rooted in place. Thank you, Everfrost. Reinforcements have come, though. BDD going to fall. Tidal Wave's not going to get any more targets, but Viper's on the board.
That's about one of the carries that they need.
Yeah, the big problem, though, is as we see on the screen, right, that Ruler's winning out on the opposite side because Viper and Mako need to go try and save Scout in the mid lane. We just hit on Scout's flash, which now
They're
teleporting.
That's power.
It's a late teleport. The Dragon's already gone, but they're doing it.
Wander's an FTP. BDD not going to be an easy target just yet. Viper going to cleanse away, and now looking for that fight onto Rascal. Tidal Wave to buy some time. Push Ruler out. Rascal still the target, but not going to go down. And Klid is here for the flank, here for the kick. Is he going to get the target that he wants? The flash stun, the double knockup from Lulu, and they're going to slaughter everybody. 2 for nothing, 2 for 1. They do trade back on a Klid, and EDG forced to run.
It doesn't matter that the TB came out late. Gen.G knowing that Gen.G oversteps. Like, if Rascal pushes too far forward down in the bottom lane, because Gen.G are playing so well as a 4-man core.
You're gonna find another turret. 4-0 in that score line.
Just take your pick. Yeah, continue throw bans at him. He has absorbed bans every single game he has played at Worlds, and yet he still has such a huge impact on all of the games.
Find any more poke, but 2 at half health. Thank you, Ruler's ultimate. Means the turret's going to fall and Gen.G keep pushing forward. A turret trade on the side, though. It is an equal amount of farm gained and lost, equal number of turrets gained and lost. Scout playing in the side lanes, catching up.
Hoping that they can play a mistake-free fight at a later objective. That is the goal. Try and scale, continue on, getting your... Yeah, they can face check here, you know, or Gen.G can just tank the turret with their Renekton, usher up the minions, they get the inhibitor trade, and it's going to be...
You have to recall soon. You can lose Nexus turrets.
They're just trying to get some money. EDG are saying, all right, we
can't. 8,000 health in the Baron, still going down. Vision is gonna be in the pit, though. The controller not far enough up to force it out. Life goes down! Viper refuses to play defensively, and this time he is rewarded. BDD pushed a bit low. Will it be a smite fight, because EDG are staying in the pit for now? Klid has landed practically every single smite this championship, and be careful, Jarvan. Drop down, 5k health. Baron resetting, Rascal forced back. Scout's on the chase, down to 1k health. Ruler not gonna open up just yet, but Scout is going for more. Gonna find the slow, gonna find the assassination. EDG 2 for 0 from a gold deficit, have closed it down to half. Bullet time able to close out the wave, but they still get the turret. EDG with...
Scout does have teleport, though. Be careful.
This one around, it's going to be Flounder able to claim it. Klid did not smite. JJ went a little bit early. Blocked by JJ, no Q to land. 5k on the Baron. Is this the play? A jump in, huge damage. They could try to burn Baron right now. They could have everything they want. Mako dropped low. Scout wants the burst. Klid pushed around. Is this the play? It's been claimed. That one goes to Gen.G. The kick does all right. It's a 1 for for one so far. Flandre gonna be attacked. Flandre cannot kill Rascal. BDD at 1 health, but Scout is in. Scout is here for supremacy, and it's 2 more kills picked up. The recalls come through for Gen.G. Not for EDG to win. Sticking around, but life is here. Jeje now as well. Can they force out Clid? He's jumped backwards. Should be smiteable soon, then it will go over. Dragon, Soul Point, all 5 in the river. EDG.
So many bubbles. He hit so many bubbles. He took out JJ to 10%. Thought it was going to be just all she wrote after the jungler so heavily chunking out on the support as well. And yet, the carries there with the Baron. What can Gen.G get out of it?
We're going to keep our eyes on Misfortune and on Zoe. Again, Zoe having so many angles she can play with in corridors like this.
Not gonna find Jeje just yet, but there's gonna be a turret down to the bottom lane. Flandre in for a bunch of damage, drops Rascal well below half. And BDD, you poked, and you got poked back. You were flashed down and jumped to the opposing team. A recall. And Rascal's got a flank play. Rascal's got his ulti popped. Rascal's gonna go in for this one. Bullets off the Scout, and they delete 2. Rascal's huge. Viper trying to kite away. He will stay alive. GA popped, but EDG have to run for their lives. Flandre the attack. Flandre the target, and Flandre to die. Gen.G may lose the soul, but they win the fight.
Yeah, when you don't have a gate, you need to find those flanks. Rascal doing such a good job to set up the key damage from Ruler to take down Scout, who's been the key member for EDG in these fights.
Again, the individual heroics from Gen.G.
Got the wave. That's the big thing. He dunked, it deals AoE, he EQs out, and he's running at Mach 3. Thank you, Cloudsoul, but here's the new wave. This one will mean a turret, and they gotta buy 30 seconds. 20 for Scout, 10 for Mako, 30 for Flandre.
Yeah, they got the wave, but there's another one right behind it, and Gen.G are gonna usher this one into the Nexus turrets.
Viper ult on, gets away from the bubble. They gotta fight for this wave. Jeje gonna do his very best to knock it up, but he should be dying for this one. Can they fight for the rest though? Health bar's getting a little bit low. Tidal wave to clear out the wave as best it can. He's drowsy. He will be dropping. The kick back. Viper barely lives. 1 turret down. Second one gone as well, but Scout is here. Is it going to be enough? Will they get the Nexus? Viper's in for 2, but Ruler to knock down the Nexus. Gen.G 2-1.
And Gen.G were not favored.
Game from EDG. They're throwing it down.
You bring out a pick that you haven't played in the Zoe. You bring out a pick that you haven't won on in the Kennen. This is a really different direction for EDG, but hey, again, they're down.
She can kind of take the advantage. And it looks like it's still going to be with the wave pushed in. Oh, that bubble could mean a lot. Yeah, they can find the knockup if the spells are back available. Find at least an auto attack going in for Clid. Here's it going to be enough as it's Azir coming in, the Emperor, and the first kill comes in. And now Jeje going to fight for a bit more. Does trade it back. Is it going to be enough? He's channeling to teleport away. He's going to go to sleep. Oh, Scout makes his double kill happen.
And trailing Ruler in life, so they don't get anything out of there, and that's big for EDG.
Gonna be stunned, gonna be locked up. This is so much damage. The ult comes in, the flash followed through with the Heartbreaker, and Clid is on the board.
Yeah, really nice play coming out.
Still more than 0, so I'll take it as a +1, and now Tidal Wave coming across. Big damage, the bubble's gonna land as well. BDD, he's ignited, he's got a shield, and he's just gonna drop Scouts on for 3.
Scout steals away one of his champions, and he's recalling no teleport on Zoe.
I mean,
I agree with you. I concur.
I don't think it'd be the craziest thing we've seen this
Look
year.
at this. Jarvan's on the way over. Azir and Viego, they're on the way first. An early TP. They're going for the quick dive. It's going to be a bit of a 4v2. Ruler cannot get away with the kill. Forza flashes out. Life flashes won't matter. And it's going to be him dropping. Scout wants a bit more. I believe he lands the bubble, but it's not going to get anything else done as they are going to be back down to the turret. They're going to knock down the first turret of the game. EDG aggressive in the bottom lane.
Really nice to see.
Rascal makes the aggressive play, knows he has the backup. It's going to be a longer fight, and that means it's going to be a turret traded and the second Herald going back over to Gen.G. So definitely fighting back, but a 3,000 gold lead to EDG off the early game.
Yeah, and overall, the trade can end up being about even, right? Because
right, but he's just autoing the turret right now, so what's the call going to be, EDG? If you keep playing this one, you can be outnumbered. You already are. It's 5v4. 2,000 health on the Dragon. Smites have gone Clid's way, and they will yet again. He still doesn't miss. The TP comes in to take the fight. The dunk comes in. Clid won't find the kill just yet, and it's a swoop in. That's a 1, but the slicing Maelstrom turns it back. 3 kills so far. Kennen gonna make it a 4th, and look at that. EDG get the team fight they want.
Exactly, EDG. Now, once Scout gets his turret, he can even make his way back down, trying to put bubbles over those walls around mid lane if Ruler and Life step up. He's in a bit of a spicy position.
It'll almost kill, but as long as the reinforcements show up, they can do the rest of the damage. Bot lane already getting attacked and killed. Rascal gonna claim that turret. 1,000 health. Clid waiting on the left-hand side. BD trying to find his opponent. Scout gonna look for poke, not gonna get it just yet. Bubble may have landed onto the Graves, but Clid's still waiting. Clid's landed every smite in this series. Clid's gonna try again, and Clid's gonna get it again, once again, and it's soul point for Gen.G. EDG cannot even team fight with a gold lead. BDD goes in, and so does Flandre. 2 for 1 so far. Rascal low. Clid should drop, cannot get the reset. A stun to Rascal. 3 alive versus 2, but 1 kill for soul point feels Gen.G favored until they get this one. That kill's gonna go through to EDG. +2 on the team fight, but you have to take control or you're losing. Any poke just yet, but it's, once again, as you play for this, you take the mid wave first. You make sure they can't counter your turrets. Looking for the play. They might find the sleep. They might find a knock-up on a 2. Into the canyon they go, and Clid able to jump over the wall, but this could be it for the cannon. Able to force a couple of flashes out, a stun, and almost dead. Sidestepping it, but BDD finds the long-range shot. Zoe not required. It's bars are at half. EDG gotta burn down this Drake. And Gen.G may just go for the bot side. Flandre gonna stay in the brush, gonna find his ulti to zone out Clid, and force him to jump over the wall. They might find this kill, but they might find Kennen dying. It's gonna be a dragon picked up. It's Scout getting the sleep, getting the first kill, and they might, they should, and they do get Ruler. The dunk onto life, 3 for nothing.
They've done it! EDG have done it! They finally marked Clid! They got him! They're chasing down all of the kills!
And BDD is at 15%! He's gonna get blasted and he's gonna die! Rascal left alone! EDG win the team fight. Baron has to be their prize!
Exactly, EDG just need to keep going forward. They were patient, it looked dicey, but they got the dragon because Flandre waited in that tri-brush. He makes sure Clid couldn't get into the pit, and now EDG are finally taking everything after a rocky past few minutes.
Oh, should be big rewards now. The pressure mounting for so long on that one with the setup. You know, so many big chunks in health. Flash used to try and re-engage and trying to keep the Kennen out, but in the end, Flandre got the last laugh.
And Scout got a lot of the early poke as well. While at half health to start, there's your 5,500 damage for Scout. Yes, indeed. Second longest standing member on the team. Pretty much his entire career has been on EDG. And he's going for his first world final. They got to win 2 straight to do it at this point, but they are so well poised to take game 4.
Yeah, the LPL lives on. EDG aren't quite done with this series yet. Baron buff will be able to get topside turret for sure. Inhibitor now going to be exposed. And Gen.G trying to clear out the wave, push them out. But it's going to be so difficult. Again, engaging into it. Got Kennen ultimate, level 16 there for Flandre. Proto Belt used.
BDD's dropped low enough that there's no team fight for Gen.G. A 10,000 gold lead. The Red Bull Baron power play at 2,700. EDG likely to claim mid here as well.
EDG now just going to rotate, play the map, right? They have a mid-wave pushing.
Just the last one before the Baron buff does.
Whoa!
Fire!
My, that is damage! Thank you very much. Kennen and Scout come together. That's going to be mid lane turret falling as well, and you don't really defend this 5v4. You give the inhibitor for sure. The question is, what else are you going to lose? All the way back in the fountain goes BDD, and it's time to go for the Nexus turrets. They've got double cannon. They got a whole wave. They got a 5v4. It's a jump in. Scout is legendary. Looking for the dive onto the Nexus turrets now as Clid is low. Rascal trying to stay alive, and here comes the last final dive. Slicing Maelstrom cuts Gen.G to pieces. BDD tries his hardest, finds nothing. The ace comes through for Gen.G. We've had an exciting set of semifinals. We're going to game 5. EDG in their first semi. They'd like it to be their first final as well.
Exactly, EDG.
Really damaged because if you can get him through there, you know he's come up with so many clutch plays for the team on his comfort pick.
Yeah, and now with the Orianna and Ryze rounded out, definitely feels like Gen.G more indexed into that.
This is why it's such an important objective.
Oh, BDD gonna be in range almost, only for a slow though. Able to sidestep the knock-up and walks away, but that doesn't mean he's gonna drop a couple of CS here, and can they train for a bit more? I mean, Scout could theoretically go for the big route. Yes, he does. EQ's gonna be back up, the flash follow! That was beautiful! The youngest player left the world sets up first blood for Scout. First 2 by hand, you summon, and if you can stay around, that can be the entire turret. Do they have the damage they need as Viper shoots in yet again? It won't kill with just the charge. Renekton finally now going to take the recall. Turret down pretty low. Play on the top side. They've got the root. They've got the knockup, and they're going to find the second kill. Scouts 2-0. Last time that happened, they won the game. Life wants in, but do you really want a 5v4? Jin opens up, looks for the shots. So far, so good on the life, removing some from the Gen.G health bars.
And it all comes from the vision that EDG got to find this pick right. That ward right there behind Dragon is what allowed them to spot out Clid to make the turn, to continue this play, and to take this Dragon.
They get the teleport out early as well. Answer, Dragon picked up by EDG. Successful use of their...
They still go for this dive. The turret's not going to live very long. And Scout's here to find the root, to find some damage. Follow up by the Jin as well, still just throwing in damage. A dunk onto Misfortune, sidestepping most of it. And it's going to be flashes to get away from the solar flare. But that's still Viper finding the first kill. Realm Warp shows up for a bit more. A dodge away from the shockwave. 1 for 1 so far. Clid would love to find the next bit of the kill. Gets a knockup. Viper, though, kiting back pretty well and gets the next one. And now opening up for a little bit more. He's assassinating with these shots. The fourth one puts him at 1 HP. And Gen.G now wants it on a BDD. Flashless on the Orianna. A bit more at the Gorge Ring. The auto attacks come across. And EDG are 5-1.
The proactivity coming out from EDG to set up these plays is so nice to see in this game 5. Gen.G think they can turn it around, but Mako shows up, stuns Clid, EDG finish off the play.
They call for it.
Oh, smiteable. Nope, of course. Clid's there. Of course it is. It's going to happen. Rascal does not quite get to walk all the way up. Okay,
Whoa.
Stunned, rooted. He wanted it. He's not going to get it. Rascal walks his face in. A double stun in from Mako. And that means Gen.G may have killed the Herald, but can they win this fight? Mako is low. Forced to walk.
Easily picked up for them. And you mentioned Scouts. It's going to be so nice for him now, transitioning to the mid game. That rise off of the early kills. Now,
Yeah, Gen.G doing a nice job of taking advantage of the reset timing having to come out from EDG, but I like that you hit on that Gen.G pretty much have this one goal they want to go for, because for EDG, even if they are a pick comp, it feels
numbers
like
advantage play, and EDG are the ones trying to play the map. You make it more dangerous by getting those deeper wards through the jungle.
And G are giving away the control as Rise is clearing mid, and Life is in for the flank. Gen.G go in, they find the knockup. They look for the kill, but Viper stays alive. Will they kill Mako? Yes, a 1-0. The shots come across. Ruler a bit isolated, but will not be hit by the skill shots. Rascal a bit low, and Life has been traded back. The dunk comes in. It's 3 unanswered. A stopwatch for Scout, and he stays alive. It's the ace. It's Gen.G falling. It's the last hope of the LPL, crushing the second to last team of the LCK.
we saw Scout, we saw JJ playing that so well, taking down numerous members, and now they're going to be able to turn this into a Baron.
The Baron, huge rewards here for EDG. What a series they have worked through here. It is Soul Point, it is Baron on the map, full control, being able to push in. There was an arduous journey for them to get to this point, but the LPL prevails.
Yeah, EDG.
Still tried for the play, and it's a disengage.
I'm a little bit surprised that JJ did commit so hard there to try and give it away. I feel like you could have played that a bit slower, but
A world final. Would love to keep that streak going of winning when you make it happen. Clid goes in for the play. Ulti still available on the back line. We have Gen.G going in. Stun's going to hit onto Life. They still find the back line. Ruler trying to stay alive, cutting away, and Clid is down. 1-0 and a gold lead. A 5v4 looks good. Scout would love to push down Rascal. It was his flank that killed them in game 3, and it's Scout that gets his revenge. It's Flandre knocking him down as well. Dragon Soul unneeded. And maybe they go for it anyway. No wave in the mid lane.
Talking about comfort picks, Flandre has stayed true to Graves more than any other player at this tournament, and he's rewarded.
yeah, now EDG, 20, 30-second death timers at least can get themselves another inhibitor. Flandre gonna pick themselves up the soul, and now it just feels like a matter of time for EDG to be able to take this game.
No, Ruler, he's won a Worlds, he's lost in the finals. Edward Gaming, this was a tough battle as Clid is knocked up. They walk into the circle. Gordrigger not going to change the results here. And 11,000 gold. This battle was back and forth. At times it was ugly. Clid had outsmited Gen.G the entire time in this series. But when the ganks came through, when the early game was better, Gen.G got his team so many first bloods and snowballed those lanes into victories. In game 1, it was bot lane. In game 4 and 5, it was mid lane, and his teammates did the work when he helped in. And now going for what could be the last push. Still 2 minutes 45 on the Baron buff.
And we're going to be keeping our eyes on Gen.G. No Cataclysm. Mako, though, does have his ultimate, and they do want to look to start and engage. They have 2 waves of minions, one with super minions. They can look to keep sieging this down with things like the Jin and try and find an opportunity to go for the engage.
Gonna be the Jin to start it up. Sidestepping every single shot, but it is one turret down, ready to keep going. Still a 10,000 gold lead in the inventories themselves, let alone the wallets. Clid gonna sidestep a bit here. Turret still under fire. Can't go for bot lane just yet, still waiting for the wave, but the Baron buffed cannons are gonna keep flooding in. The supers come in now as well to knock down even more. This turret's going to fall. Gen.G, when will you fight for your life? And open Nexus is the time as Clid is in the back line, taking the shockwave to help him to try to knock down Gen.G, but it's not gonna happen just yet. Stopwatch burned. 1-0 so far. Take the second. Here comes the Realm Warp. Clid left alone. He will fall, and Ruler sees his kingdom fall to ashes. He's got no turrets left. He's got no life left, and he's got no road left to the World Championship. Viper puts in a couple of shots. BDD is going to die, and the Nexus falls, and EDG, the last of the LPL, are headed to their first World Final.
Welcome to finals, EDG.